Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. I know what you guys are thinking. Cole, where are your pit vipers? Well, these are pit vipers. They're just a different style of pit viper. Thought I'd try something different today. Before we carry on too far, two reminders. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And secondly, we have Cornstar Farms merch. You can pick that up through the link in the description. Oh boy, who got you so dirty? Hey, it finally stopped raining. See how much rain we got. Oh my. Over the past 4 days, we've got 3.6 inches. Little update on the yard that we planted with Blue Heat Kentucky Bluegrass from GCI Turf Services. We don't have any green growth yet. We planted it last week. It's almost been a week to the day, actually. We've got about 4.5 inches of rain on this over this past week. And today's the first day we've had full sun. It's supposed to be about 75 degrees. This is going to be perfect for the grass. Hopefully later this week, we'll have little green heads popping out. We did have a little washing from the rain. This isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to address any of this right now because I'm going to do more harm than good. We're gonna wait till all the grass comes up and then we'll be able to come in and we'll be able to smooth out these washouts. But that's enough yard talk right now. We gotta get to work.
Well, Cole, I'm having my morning Snickers bar, which I don't have a lot of them, but I'm eating a Snickers. We're gonna be working on the roof today.
There was a lot of fog last night, so the roof is still wet. And tin is extremely slippery when it's got moisture on it. So while we've been waiting for the dew to burn off, Justin got here with Austin and they've been putting a new sheet of tin on the side. There was a big hole in that one. Kind of the goal for today is to get the machine shed wrapped up. Anna, what you doing? What you doing, Anna? She either smells a mouse, a rat, or a rabbit. And she thinks it's under these sheets. So I had to grab myself another impact, and since my boots are muddy, and we're gonna be up on the tin roof that's slippery, I had to grab some clean shoes. I just wanted to mention, I picked these up from Ariat, and these are the most comfortable shoe that I've ever worn in my life. Actually, those are the shoes that Cooper wears every day, and he also says the same thing. So there we go. I got my Ariat work boots, and I got my Ariat casual shoes that are gonna be work shoes for today. If you want to order anything off Ariat's site, you can get 10% off if you order through the link in the description. There we go. And I thought my boots were comfortable. These shoes are twice as comfortable. We're getting really close to getting this big machine shed roof done. We have 3 sheets on this side, half a sheet on that side, then we're gonna have to do the edges and the ridge cap. So far we've gotten all this done and it's actually looking pretty good, except for the areas that Austin was working. One, two, three.
Now we're gonna have nails everywhere.
Now I just gotta put the capping on the edge and the ridge cap on and we are done. Lunchtime! Anybody wanna guess what we had? That's right, pizza. I told you guys, it's pretty much an everyday thing from now until Thanksgiving. So now that we got all the roof sheets on, Justin's just working on the end capping and then he's going to be working on the top. He's at a spot right now where he's got some stuff that he has to do by himself. So I'm gonna go grab a skid loader and I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna start picking up some of this stuff. We have a bunch of tin, wood, and old pieces of foam insulation. The tin and wood I'm not really worried about, but the foam insulation is just going to get broken into smaller and smaller pieces the longer it's sitting out here. So I wanna get that picked up before it makes too much of a mess. Honestly, that wasn't fun, but there's a lot of things in life that aren't fun that need to be done, and then once they're done, you feel really good about it. Getting all the insulation picked up was one of those things. I do have a couple little patches left, but since the ground is so wet, some of this is like stuck into the ground, so I need to wait till this dries up a little bit before I can get this. But I'd say I got 99% of the insulation. And then once we get all this tin cleaned up, I know there's also a little bit that's kind of hiding under this stuff. And then when we get all that stuff cleaned up, we're gonna have to run over this area with some magnets really well because there is literally over 1,000 nails on the ground over here. Every single nail that we pulled off from the roof ended up down here on the ground. We drive a lot of equipment through here, so we're gonna wanna get those nails picked up. So while I was working on this stuff, Cooper, Austin, Justin, and Dad were on the roof of the big machine shed. They got half of the ridge cap done, so next weekend we're gonna be finishing it out on the last half. And then all the destruction we had on the big machine shed from the dray show will be fixed.
We're gonna try to load a load of corn now, so we have our grain cart full. So if Ronnie's ready to haul some corn this week, we can get that done.
Come on, grass, you growing yet? That's the first corn this cart's ever had in it. Let's see if I can get down without falling.
We're back to loading up corn. Cooper's in the bin, running the grain vac. That old grain vac, that thing is loud. I'll step away from it for a little bit here. We have maybe 2 more loads of corn in our bin, then our bin will be empty. Then we can start setting up some of the augers to the bins that we have left. I would say if we have good sun, I wouldn't be surprised 7 to 10 days we'll have some beans ready. I'm just getting ready to kick back, put my feet up for the night, but we probably got a couple more hours yet before we can do that.
So while I'm back here, I'm gonna give a quick little update. Hannah, what are you doing? The manners. As I was saying, while we're back here, I'm gonna give a quick little update on what we're thinking as regards to our future bin site. As many of us know, our biggest bin, our 50,000 bushel bin, got completely destroyed during the deratio. And of those other 3 bins, one of those was already destroyed, and the other 2 are really old and they're kind of so-so. So we figured since our big bin got destroyed, now would be the perfect opportunity to move the bin site over here. Those 2 tall structures right there, the hopper bottom bin and the leg, are only 7 years old, so those are still really good components. We want to take those 2 items down and move them over here, and then we'll start building bins in a row going that direction. That way everything's nice and straight, it's easy to access, we just have one central location. We're not over there trying to set up a bunch of augers. It'll just be one nice spot. When it comes to the size of the bins we're gonna be putting up, we're not sure yet. We're kind of running some different ideas through our minds. We're thinking, hey, maybe what if we just had one really big bin that would be really simple. But if we had a bunch of smaller bins, then we'd be able to spread our grain out to different bins. So if one bin had an issue, the other bins would be fine. Kind of like not putting all your eggs in one basket. But then when you do that, you kind of complicate things because you have a lot more stuff going on. So we're still trying to figure out what we want to do there yet. We are waiting on a few quotes to come back for bins. We already have quotes on concrete. FYI, concrete is expensive. And we have not tried to get a quote for moving the leg or the hopper bottom yet. So that's the story with the future bin site. Hi, Anna. Yeah, you're just a ham, aren't you? You're just a ham. And unfortunately, when I was walking around in the back, I found some more insulation that I need to pick up. So we're gonna go do that.
I'm looking for a shovel right now with Cooper running the grain vac. I want to get up in the auger wagon. We can't quite get set in there very good the way things are squished in there. So I'm going to look for some better headphones and then a shovel so I can go up and kind of scoop on the auger wagon when it gets up there so Cooper can keep running the grain vac in the bin. I have a feeling somebody misplaced it here for me and I'm probably looking at it and I just can't see it. Me and Cooper, we're going to look at the other cart, see how full that is, make sure we have a load ready for Ronnie when he pulls in. We can fill him up.
Cooper was vacuuming out the bin and he somehow broke the skid loader while he was doing that. It beats me.
You know, why is it once Cole comes out of the house, everything just breaks?
Because Dad was running it before me. Okay, mister, I've snapped 3 axles in the past year.
2. Silly McGillicuddy.
I do remember reading a comment the other night. Somebody says, wow, that Bobcat skid loader does a lot of work. It's surprising it's not broke more often. And then they said, we hope we didn't jinx it.
Yeah, why'd you say that?
We got a little breakdown here, so it's your fault.
We'll just send you the bill.